Hey everybody. So, welcome back to this show. I'm James, and I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and a shadow work guide, and a fellow human doing the messy work of self-integration right along with you. So why am I wearing shades? Well, mainly because I read from a teleprompter, and I don't like it when it looks like my eyes are way off while I'm talking to you guys. Uh, Today we're diving into one of my favorite topics, and honestly, one of the most powerful parts of my hypnotherapy practice, which is shadow work. If you've ever felt like there's a part of you that's sabotaging your own peace or your relationships or your goals, your chances are that the shadow is running the show. And don't worry, we're going to break it down in real time, down to earth way. Let's just call it what it is. The shadow is part of you that you've pushed away. And the stuff you were told as a kid wasn't nice or safe or acceptable. It's the parts of you that you had to shut down to survive, like anger or sensuality, sadness, wild creativity, and even competence. It's all stored in the unconscious part. But here's the thing, just because it's unconscious doesn't mean it disappears. It leaks out through self sabotage, through rejection, and through unhealthy patterns in relationships. And that's where I come in. And my practice, shadow work, is often the doorway to deep healing. People come in saying, I don't know why I keep doing this thing, or I feel stuck in this cycle. And 9 out of 10 times, it's just the shadow asking to be seen. So, why I use hypnotherapy for shadow work? Well, it's a good question. Look, shadow work isn't about just journaling or talking about your past. It's emotional, it's primal, and it lives deep in the unconscious. And that's why I use hypnotherapy, because it helps you drop below the surface noise and get right to the root. When someone's in a trance, they're safe, they're relaxed, and wide open to insight. That's where the shadow can finally speak. Sometimes it shows up as a voice, sometimes as a memory, sometimes a whole internal figure you get to meet and integrate. Right? I've had clients face the part of themselves that felt like a burden or a monster or a scared little child. And instead of judging it, they listened. And something huge shifted. They stopped reacting and started responding. And they stopped fearing themselves and they started understanding. That's the power of guided shadow work and hypnosis. It's not about fixing anything, but about reclaiming yourself. Here's a few signs that your shadow might be calling out. You feel emotionally triggered and you don't know why. You attract the same kind of difficult relationships over and over again. You feel a gap between who you show the world and what's going on inside. You feel blocked creatively, emotionally, sexually, but can't figure out what's in the way. If any of those hit, shadow work might be your next step. So, how can we work together? So, here's the deal, I offer private virtual hypnotherapy sessions, and I specialize in shadow integration. We go slow, safely, and with respect for your nervous system. And it isn't about reliving trauma, it's about creating the space inside of you for the parts that never got to speak. And if you're not sure whether you're ready for a full session, that's okay too. Start with just noticing, what parts of yourself do you judge the most? Where do you feel like you have to perform or hide? those are just the breadcrumbs, right? And when you're ready to go deeper, that's what I'm here for. So that's it for today. And shadow work isn't always comfortable, but it's the most honest thing I know. And when you finally start listening to the parts you've been afraid of, that's when the real healing begins. If you want to book a session or learn more about how I guide people through this kind of deep inner work, just check the link below this post and yeah, take care of your light, but don't forget to meet with your dark with compassion too. Talk to you soon. Thank you.